Hello and welcome. So, today we are going to have a look at Blade. Um, where do we start? Let's see, I'm just loading all of this. We could begin with. Just zoom this in a bit more. I would say we do the beginning. Um, yeah, we go with the keys and the orchestrations. I think is also there's stuff going on here. That the synths, the drums, where is everything? It's organized, but at the same time, it's not. I don't know where everything is. Okay, so let's see. All right, so at first we have some like ambient stuff, and then we go to the orchestration. We only have one thing down here, which is the vibraphone. All right, just one note. And this one I have a compressor, um, Saturn, and some EQ. Just make it a bit more forward. And then up here we have this synth. Okay, so this the keys, which is more like a path sort of thing. And there's something else going on. I do remember. Okay, so the synth. Where is that? Okay, it's here. Yeah, so we have these three elements. So the synth, the key, and the vibraphones. Yeah, each of them just doing like its own thing. And this thing like with the key and the vibraphone, they're like an eighth apart. So they create like this sort of phasing effects. Right. And that is basically the beginning, and then I just go towards here, where it's like slow down a bit. So that's the instrumental, and then the vocals. We have voices. Where is it? Up here. Voices inside melts before your eyes. I want you to know there's more to life than this dream. So this one I already compress and EQ them before I print the vocal out. So here it's just like vocal that's already like do all the stuff, and I just have a fruit delay and a vintage verb, which is with quite a lot of reverb. So I have the main vocal and they have this like high vocal. To know. It just add a bit of depth to it. Yeah, that's basically the beginning, and then let's just go to this part where we have the drums. Yeah, so in the beginning, we don't have the real drums. What we have here is just like some sample drum. And we have this kick drum, kind of like boomy and ruby sort of thing. And then we have this other kick drum, also a bit more that like the room tone. Then we have this distorted snare. It's pretty disgusting. I like it. And have this other snare. It's more just bah. And when you layer them together, yeah, you get the punch of the snare below, and then you had that tail and that reverb from the distorted room. And again, meat and potatoes is this glitch drum. How I made that drum, I actually don't remember. It was definitely like some glitchy drum sample from Splice. Whether or not I did something to it, I don't particularly remember. But it sounds like maybe there's like a bunch of different samples that I layer on top and then just route them into like one channel. And yeah, it's already like since there's no production plugins on this thing, it's been like I already like processed them before. So everything here, like yeah, I already processed them before I render it out. So on the sample drums, I only have just all of that. Bit of compressions. The CQ is here for no reason. I'm not using it. I think this one is it. Okay, so it's just dynamic one. And yeah, on the main drum bus, I'm gonna go through this later again. So we have just like GST drums, OTT. If I just let me just turn off everything and then just turn one at a time. EQ. So everything, none of them are doing too much, I think, except for the OTT. And they just sort of just more or less just glue things together. So yeah, that was the drums in the beginning, and then we go to this session where we have the real drums going in. So the real drums, yeah, if I have all the processing going on. All right, so what we have here, just this a normal kick. Got some EQs going on, and then we go into a smash and grab. Let's see how many. This is doing quite a bit of compression. Some more EQ. Then we have the snare, same thing, some wacky EQ move, and to get another variant of smash and grab here. There's nothing on the hi-hat, not the tom, individual tom at least. And we have here like a tom bus. I don't know if that part here, I don't think there's any tom happening in this part. Yeah, it's only towards the end. I'm gonna go through the toms later on. So we have the smack attack on a room. It sounds just a bit of that distortion. So this is like a normal. I think this is just a which one is running to the 10? Let me check. Because okay, it's just that's just a normal snare, just routing here, and then I want a lot of that body to poke through. So I get this, some heavy compression going on. I have a fast distortion with quite a lot of distortion on it. An OTT, transient designer, just to bring out the attack. And so this one I think control. Either there's some automation going on or this one is just a limiter, I think. Yeah, I think that one just acts as a limiter and this one is just for volume automation. Which one is this? This is room mic. It's like the room bus. Then GGD, a decapitator. It's doing quite a lot. Some balance and just a notch here with the EQ. Then we have the overhead. Just so not too crazy. We have this smack drum. Same thing. We have this patcher thing that I did. If you don't know what it is, you can go watch Stardust. That's where I break down like how I basically made this multi-brand saturation compression. It's got a bit of that smack out and then an additional like parallel compression going on. Yeah, you should add a lot of that like punch to it. So yeah, like without these two, the drum's there, but it's not punching the way that I want it to punch. Because I really wanted to sound almost like an EDM sort of thing where like the drum just like really in your face. And then when you have it with the whole drum. It is pretty fucking loud. Yeah, so what else do we have during this part? Let me just turn this off for now. Then we have bass. Is this? Oh yeah, so the whole bass here is like. Sub bass, which is on the triangle instead of sine wave. I think for this song, I just like how it's that the buzz of the sub bass a bit more than it's just like a sine. Because the song is very gritty, so I like that tone. Then we have this groove bass. And this synth bass. And what else do we have down here? Let's see, we have some synth. This is synth. Some arpeggio going on. And then I think this is the chorus, so I'm gonna go there soon. And is that all there is here? Oh, okay. I wanna see. That was surprisingly less than I thought they were. Yeah. And yeah, and then the last part is the vocal, which again we still have this. Cuff these hands now. So yeah, I also cut out all the t, s, p kind of thing because these are the harmonies. I don't really need them. So when I layer them with the main vocal.
Cut these hands tonight. I wanna see the light.
Yeah, so let me just turn this thing off, and then we go to the chorus.
Take away.
So, what do we have? With drums, we have. It's still pretty simple, more or less. And I think I went through it. All right, never mind. Then the bass. Just there to support the choral structure. This little lick here. In terms of synthesizer, we have very first fast arp. More distortion and EQ. Yeah. And down here we have some keys. So we have this Arturia B4. It's like a metronome, not metronome, a mellotron. And then we have this other pad plucky thing. The crux of this one is this vocal. So basically, yeah, so these are just my vocal that I just do individual notes, and then I stack them to create like this chord choir thing that's singing along with the chord progressions, and then just some EQ, some delay, and a hyperchords just to widen it and made it doesn't sound too dry, because without it, like you can hear this is like a voice, right? And then in the context,
Take away the place from me.
And then we also have some other things on it. I'm putting way too many things into this. Here we got some strings. It's not too crazy. It basically just follows the same thing. A bit more rhythmic to it. Yeah, and the vocal.
Take away the place from me.
So at the main vocal.
Take away the place from me. I can't help but stop myself.
They have two harmonies.
Take away the place.
It's just the pedal notes.
Take away the place from me. I can't help but stop myself.
Again, it sounds very stupid when I solo it because there's no S, T, and whatnot. But when you put it in a context, that's really...
Take away the place from me. I can't help but stop myself. Take away the pain from me. I just want it all to end.
And that was the chorus. And then we go to this, I guess, second verse or bridge, however you want to call it. I never really know exactly how to call things. Yeah. So the drum. Let me just go to the drum first. Oh yeah. Okay. So the glitchy thing is also part of it. Yeah. So this part, okay, if I use processing, because it sounds a bit dull. I mean, it's still pretty like punchy and whatnot, but it lacks a bit of that like sizzle. Yeah, so this part consists of a lot of like glitchy drums. So we have this thing here. I think this one is just a bunch of like glitch drum that I cut, chop, and sew them together, and choose just a giant Frankenstein of a thing. So this one has an 808 underneath, but I also like group them into this glitchy drum anyway. Right. Oh, this is a break in here. I don't remember putting that break there. Yeah, and then we have this glitch top, which is sound like yeah, this one also like just a bunch of little percussion hit. Mostly like I look for like some glassy, some very bright, like almost just like yeah, like just something very glassy kind of texture. So to layer on top. So yeah, together they really nice together. And then on top of that, in this particular part, I also have this percussion loop. That's just sounding. Okay. And just add a bit of that extra thing, and then reach this part, which has some actual drum also going on, and with the tom. Okay. Okay, so also have an 808 here. Okay, so I also have another 808 down here. And another one-shot kick. Just to add a bit of that punch to it. And then I have this trap snare that it got a. So I think it's the same snare that I put a delay on it, and then I just put it in the front so that it's like got this like motion to it. Yeah. What else? And then you have the real drums up here. Which is basically just the tom. So with the tom I have. So this part I turn off the multiband compression because I want that boom in the low end. Then some EQ, got a compression, a devil lock if you're gonna load, maybe. Yeah, it's got to level up again. It's not too crazy. I'm having it very subtle, but then this thing is insane. So that was the drums in this part. Before we continue, let me show you what we have down here in terms of. So we have a bass. This is like very worry, kind of like kind of sound. It's a toy, one of those like kinetic toy thing from Native Instruments, and I just picked one that just sounded kind of odd. Yeah, it just add a bit of that like something is just not right, and it fitting with also like the worry and aquatic theme of the whole album.
All this time sitting on the edge, I can't help but feeling and wondering what is over.
You can't like hear it, very subtle in the background, just like kind of go in and out. Yeah, and then we have here synth. So we have free synthesizer going on here. Oh yeah, but before we go in there, I have the stutter bass as well. Same stutter bass here, but without like the effect of the kind of thing. And then another toy box. I think it's maybe like a toy piano or something. I don't remember. Yeah, and then some. Oh yeah, completely forgot about some of the ambient stuff down here. Did I? No, did not. That's fine. Yeah, just to add a bit of that sound. Yeah, and then we go to the vocals.
All this time sitting on the ledge, I can't help but peering and wondering what is over the edge. Will I feel the for it all? Or will it come easy as the call I fear picking up? Because nothing is ever a clear cut for me. Not the scar I used to set me free. I hate it so much, this hollow clashing my soul. The emptiness and its unbridled show. Hold on me.
Yeah, so here we have an auto-tune, but I don't think I use it. Or did I?
All this time.
Okay, so I have an auto-tune on it. Just to keep it very just straight.
All this time sitting on the ledge, I can't help but peering and wondering what is over the edge. Will I feel the for it all?
Then I have this patcher thing that I built with two auto boy. I think it's the same sort of one that I use for death voice towards the end, but in the less, very much less like in your face kind of thing. And the reason I want to do this for this particular part, because like everything up there is just like super abrasive, and if I just have like a clean vocal, it just doesn't gel as well. Like if I play it and without any like effects, and also I have this like vocoder right going in the background, just a bit of that. So if I turn off like the effects, maybe.
All this time sitting on the ledge, I can't help but peering and wondering what is over the edge. Will I feel the for it all? Or will it come easy?
Right, it's not bad, but I feel like it just doesn't gel really well with the rest of what is going on, especially like this very distorted, glitchy drums. So I tried to make the voice still sound very human, but with like this like robotic and very like distorted edge to it.
All this time sitting on the ledge, I can't help but peering and wondering what is over the edge. Will I feel?
Right, in the context, like it doesn't sound too like robotic, if that makes sense. But it's just glue in with the rest of the track. And then we'll go into like this singing part. We turn off the la, 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 the drums.
I hold this
Yeah, and then here I want the vocal to have like a nice transition into the scream, so I put like a bit crusher on it. Then it's just distorts your vocal, so it sounds like there's a bridge between that very high, almost operatic sound into like this black metal scream, right? Yeah, that was not easy to make, and it's also like you definitely hear like towards like midway, like I lost a bit of air to it, and I just really have to push it through. But that was fun. Yeah, so like here, this part is gonna go into this. I'm gonna just play the whole thing. So, in the beginning, I only have like this drums here, for example. Like I have the snap trap snare, and when this part hits, in the beginning I did not have this trap snare, but then it's just like the transition just does not work because you're going for something that is kind of hip hop esque. It's like a very kind of trap-ish kind of beat, and then you go straight into like industrial black metal. So I have to find a way to like kind of merge these two, and then I thought, okay, the trap snare, and I think also using some other kick drum maybe. Yeah, I also like using this Leviathan kick just to like sort of bring the two together. I really love this drum here. Like it just adds so much more movement. Because at first I just have also like the blast beat just go all the way through, and it's just like it's a bit monotonous, and I didn't like it. So I was like, okay, maybe I just switch it up, and then I just go into this crazy like almost syncopated. That trap snare, but like I keep it very very quiet. I only need the present for so that like it serves that transition. I don't want it to be like too upfront. Yeah, so like these two really make it sounds like an industrial track, for whatever reason. Yeah, and then down here we have a bass. Right, so this one is just top end, and this is just low. I also have a doom bass down here, just to help the bass glue in with the rest of the thing. Some riser and effects, some glitchy stuff here. And go to the guitar. This is a wall of guitar. Looks like how many? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. So 6 guitar track, each of them is like a double, so that's 12 guitars going on here. So I have the synth guitar. So this is a Serum preset that I ran it through, I think Nali or Gojira, or maybe both of them, just to get like that EQ curve to match the other guitars. And then we have this other guitars down here. So this is tremolo guitar. This is another tremolo, I think. It's more like for that low fuzzy, and there's the ambient guitar. Just to fill out the space, but the main thing is this one. Right, if you get rid of that Saturn guitar, everything just sounds very tame, almost. Right, if I play everything, and let's see if I can put this thing back on, and if I don't have this guitar, okay, no, it's gonna burn my computer. In the context, you don't really hear it, but it just adds so much character. Like that sizzle, right? Because I don't, for me, like when I do guitars, I don't really like the high sizzle too much. It tends to take up a lot of space in a mix, especially if you have a dance mix like this where everything is fighting for frequency. Those, like everything like 7K above on an electric guitar, and when you have like a very high distorted tone, it just sound like it takes up a lot of space, and it's not even like a nice sound to me. Alright, so it take up space and they're not really nice sound. But at this point, like I do like the sizzle. I want the sizzle to be present, but I want a nice sizzle. So essentially, what I did with this one is I just have the DI guitar, and I run them to Saturn, like the multi-band not distortion, saturation plugin, right? And so there's no amp on this thing. It's very like a 9-inch nail kind of like approach where you just have a guitar, you go straight into like a preamp and you just crank the living hell out of it, so you get like a very like sizzle, very distorted, saturated guitar tone. That is like when you run through like a head without any caps on it. And I just tame the high end just a little more so that it doesn't take a lot of space, but I love the sizzle on this thing. It just sounds so unapologetic. And the next part we go into this slower. Where we have, yeah, what's that? And then we have this. Yeah, more so on the tamer, like dull, not dull, it's just like darker side of guitar tone. And then up here we have this organ and a mellotron. And a bit of that. Yeah, and then have the bass just doing normal. Very simple, and then have the drums also relatively simple. Because the previous part is already like very hectic. So I want this part to just calm down a little bit, right? Right, and then we go into this next part. I feel like this is a very like me thing when it comes to drumming. Like it's kind of like pumpy, straightforward, and get some rides here and there. And that, for example, like that China part, it's a very me thing. I think like his. Wait, what is it? Right. I really like just like the groove of that thing. Just add. Yeah, and this thing will also have like this behemoth snare. Oh yeah, so like here, like it exchanged from the blast beat. We have this Leviathan kick, and then when it goes to here, you get rid of that. The trap snare still there, but then I add this behemoth. It's also just another way of transitioning like different vibe from this thing to the next one, which is like this part, right? And then down here we have the bass, which I'm not playing. Sorry. And then we have a key. Again, the syncopated thing. Just add so much movement to it. And down here we have a guitar solo. Drums, what we have here. This is the keyboard synth. Fairly simple this first half because there's vocals going on, so I don't want it to be too crazy. And then towards this ending part, it's go a little bit crazier. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's playable when you have this drum roll and then also like the tone. I guess you could if you're fast enough. But it sounds cool, so yeah. Sue me. Yeah, and then down here we have the synth, which is basically just the same like chord progression as the chorus at the bass. Yeah, there's some variation on the bass a little bit, and the guitars here and there, but not too much. And then we have the synth. It's somehow it sounds very Russian to me. There's something about this chord progression in the way that like the melody work. It just sounds very Russian. I don't know why. Like something in here. Yeah. We have an organ. Guitar. Yeah, so we have here. Very straightforward, kind of rockish kind of guitar tone. vocal is more or less the same. I think I just add one or two things. Nothing more to that. And towards the end, we have this voice from Death.
Perhaps it's time to go home. Aren't you tired of running?
Yeah, and yeah, this one it's just where is it going? Okay. So yeah, this one I print them straight from the vocal sessions, and I just run them through a bunch of plugins, which actually I do have it here. I can show you what it is. So yeah, Death Voice. It'll take some time. Yeah, so we have some de-esser, some compression. The EQ, I'm not using any of that. More de-esser. I really hate the S's. Yeah, this is the passion one that where I do like Death Voice, where I split the vocal into, and then one of them is like a higher pitch and the other one is lower. And then we have portals, one of my favorite plugins, and we have a delay, and just another EQ at the end. So yeah, this one it's very interesting to build. I like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Blade. Thanks you guys for watching. Eulogy for a Dinosaur is already out. It's everywhere. You can listen to it on all streaming platforms. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you want to see more of this. We still have one more song to go through, which is Follow the Sun. One of my favorites, and one that would be really fun to go through. Yeah, go stream the album, buy the album on Bandcamp if you want to. Please do it. Support struggling artists. Yeah. So that's it. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy your time with your families, your loved ones. Stay safe. Don't be a dick. That's it. Cheers.